The West End is a pretty unique corner of southwest Colorado, tucked between Telluride and Moab on Colorado's western slope. It's a really diverse ecosystem across 2,000 square miles.
Gorgeous landscapes and incredible terrain that we don't have in a lot of other areas in Colorado.
It's raw, it's rugged, tons of different types of trails.
It's just such a perfect location for so many outdoor activities.
There's an element of discovery that the West End offers. For people who want to go out and explore, there's a lot to discover out here.
My name's Tim Tate. I'm the president of the West End Trail Alliance. We are a local volunteer trail organization. Been around for the last 10 years, and over those 10 years have been able to do a substantial amount of work for outdoor recreation in the West End.
The West End Trails Alliance has inventoried, mapped, and put together a comprehensive trail network. We have trails for cross-country riding, gravel riding, road riding, general kind of adventure riding, and tons of hiking and trail running opportunities as well.
So our maps try to kind of steer people into those routes that we find fun, but the riding's real different out here.
We have hundreds of miles of trails today that were pulled together from old uranium mining roads, cow trails, even county roads that we utilize as part of our trail network.
That passion for trails, it's kind of infectious.
Our ability to have a good time on bikes as it stands today in the West End is all due to the mining booms and busts that occurred in this area over decades. Everything we're riding out here at some time was part of the mining industry.
I'm Jane Thompson, president and historian of the Rimrocker Historical Society of Western Montrose County.
And I'm Sharon Johansson, and I am the secretary and also help with treasury for the Rimrocker Historical Society of Western Montrose County. We are sisters.
The Rimrocker Historical Society was started in 1966. The Rimrockers back in the day were the outlaws that hid out in the Rimrocks. So it's kind of become a fitting name. We just call ourselves the Rimrockers. In 1881, after the treaty was signed with the Utes, the gold miners were ready to move in here. Because they had gotten gold from Telluride, everybody was looking for gold. The first settlers moved into Naturita and thought they just would support the miners and take their money, that a little bit of money they were getting from the gold. The original boom, I would say, started with gold, it followed with copper, and then radium followed right in behind that, vanadium, and then uranium.
The government was offering a lot of money for uranium, so everyone was looking for it.
It was the biggest mineral rush since the gold rush, and everybody had a Geiger counter and a pick, and they were all over this area looking for uranium and hoping to be the one to find the big mine that was going to make them rich.
They definitely built roads. Some of those roads are actually what you're using right now for trails. They're old mining roads.
It was a big boom to this area. There was money flowing everywhere.
If you wanted to work, there was work for you. There were dances every weekend, live music. It was a hopping little place.
The price of uranium dropped, There was a lot of fear associated with uranium and radioactivity.
3 Mile Island had happened and Chernobyl. That happened so quickly, like within a 2-month time span.
When it went down fast.
Mines just shut down.
By 1986, everybody was gone. The people that stayed here really suffered through a very depressing time to just watch people have to pack up and move their families away. And we know that we need to find other ways to bring income into our community.
My name is Brock Benson. I am the owner-operator of Paradox Cycle. I was born and raised in the West End, and I currently live in Naturita, Colorado. Growing up in the West End, you are intrinsically tied to your geography. You are connected, and there's just an abiding love that people have for being out here with the land. And to have it all taken away and then to lose everything, I think it's probably more devastating than I realize, because now I'm sitting here talking about it. I come home and I have this overwhelming burden to lift up the community and to help in any way I can to bring some economy back and stand up for the kids and lift up the kids. I do grant programs to teach local kids how to use tools and fix a bike and build their own bike. And then they get a bike and they get some trade skills. And I've rehomed 50 bikes in the last year to kids in this community that wouldn't be able to afford it. Our values that settled the West End are deeply rooted in community and compassion and taking care of your neighbor and looking out for your neighbor and making sure that everybody is provided for.
This is a community that takes care of each other.
I'm surrounded by people who have a different mentality about how life works, how the world works, how we're going to get things done, and how we're going to support each other.
The other thing about West Enders, their willingness to accept, and I think that comes from the mining culture.
You won't find a more friendlier bunch of people.
It's just that kind of a community.
Visibly, as you look at it, you don't think a community like this could support a bike shop. But if a bike shop can somehow support the community, maybe I'll have something.
My name is Nick Badavinis. I'm the owner of the Flying Bear Pizzeria. My wife and I decided we wanted to start a business that was a community-involved business, and a restaurant and a bike shop with like a lounge area seemed like just a natural fit in a very small town that was on the verge of a little bit of growth. I had heard about the WETA and their trail projects and thought that it would be something amazing to get involved with and bring what I've learned from years of trail building and experience in Moab.
Nick has a tremendous amount of experience with trail building over in Moab. He's responsible for the Captain Ahab Trail, which is like world-renowned, incredible mountain biking. And so he's bringing a fresh eye to this whole system, and I think is really going to help us push it over the edge.
The vision that WETA has on what the West End could be was the reason that I could create a business here, because I when I started looking into it and looking at the terrain in the area, I could see this amazing opportunity and great potential.
You know that it's true.
Something I've been working on outside of my work with WETA is putting on a few bike events in the West End. 200 people coming into the West End for a weekend. You know, it's an opportunity for local businesses to have a good weekend. If that happens, right, the event's a success.
Well, the West End Gravel Rush is a one-day off-road gravel adventure in the West End. It's a great place to come out with a group of friends and ride bikes.
Semi-competitive, intended to really just be a great day of riding out in the West End. A challenging but super rewarding day on a bike out on the just crazy, wild, buried terrain that we have out here.
That's what a good day of riding feels like to me. So that's the event that I put on.
All the roads take you in and out of these amazing canyons and up onto these mesa tops. And through that process, you get some really unique views. At the end of the day, we celebrate with a great community cooked meal, some good prizes, and a really fun community atmosphere afterwards.
My name is Natalie Binder. I'm one of the co-founders of Camp V and a board member of WETA. Camp V is a former mining community that was built in 1942 to house the engineers who worked in the uranium mill. And 3 years ago, we transformed it into a hotel, glamping, camping space with the mission of bringing people together through outdoor recreation and art. It's 120 acres, 14 historic cabins that have been totally refurbished, 12 acres of riverfront camping, and then we have a handful of art installations and gathering spaces like the one we're in today. So I'm fourth generation to be on these lands. I have a mining legacy on both sides of my family. When we looked at this property that was for sale, we saw this really unique opportunity for us to do something that was going to make a difference for rural communities. Also, the opportunity to transform a mining town and take it on a new path and tell that history and invite people here from other places so that they can learn about our history and learn about our heritage. We envision a space where at the fire, we've got hunters and we've got bikers and old miners. Our goal is to continue to find ways to bring people together and also have an opportunity to enjoy a place that's very unspoiled and it's very wild and there aren't many of these places left, and we're really proud of that.
We have an excellent array of adventure riding, gravel riding, road riding.
But one aspect that's really missing in our outdoor recreation and biking and hiking community is purpose-built single-track trail.
We have a big project in front of us with the Sawtooth and Naturita Flats single-track project. We're building 55 miles of single track to put together a world-class single-track mountain bike system.
The Sawtooth project is huge. It really has a potential for big impact. So we're really jazzed. We are very excited about starting to get this project moving forward.
Great trail networks don't just rise out of the ground.
It's going to take a lot of people coming together. It's going to take a lot of teamwork. And that's one thing that I'm really excited about is bringing other people along in this process.
We need all the support we can get to make this project work. We are acutely aware of the impact we can have on our local community from just affording more opportunities for locals to be a part of outdoor recreation.
It's a little spark of hope for a community that has just not had the best hand dealt to it. And so we're finally turning that corner.
And I hope that the bicyclists will come and stay a couple of nights and spend some money here and help us be able to continue to live here.
And there's like a ride for every single person and every single style.
Anything your heart desires, basically.
It's all right there. That's part of the thing that makes this area amazing.
This is exciting stuff that's going on.
Everyone who comes here, it's just like, what is this place?
It's like one of the last wild places in Colorado.
We are a small but mighty trail organization, and we are always looking for people to get involved.
You did pretty good, sis. Seriously, I do not do well in front of cameras.
I thought you were going to fall out of your chair there for a minute a couple of times.
Could you tell I was tense?
Just a little.
And we will discuss it when there are people here.
Yeah, well.
Geez, oh, Pete. You're not recording this, right?